Good morning. Happy Monday. I wanted to share something with you. I was listening to a sermon and it reminded me of my personal development class when they were talking about assets versus liabilities. So in this sermon, he was talking about how people who we don't expect, the help you need may come in a package you didn't expect. So Rahab, you know the story of Rahab, how she helped the guy, help those men. And the thing about Rahab was a prostitute. Okay, she wasn't perfect. Nevertheless, she wasn't dangerous. Right? She was not perfect. Nevertheless, she wasn't dangerous. She was actually an asset. So in the times that we're in right now, you want to be able to identify assets versus liabilities. And are you an asset? Are you a liability, right? And I'm thinking about what I do on a day-to-day basis as far as consuming. Because for me, Sunday's not enough. In the times that we're in, I need as much word as I can get in every day, throughout the day, okay? That's me. So I want to share this right here. And it's about, what are you consuming? What are you consuming? We are headed to the fourth quarter. Excuse me. We're headed to the fourth quarter. This is the last week of the month. And I'm attending a masterclass on tomorrow. And it's called Reclaiming Your Year. Some things may have not worked out the way you expected them to work out. But that does not mean you should throw away the whole year. The year is not over yet. The year is not over yet. You can still complete those goals. You can still finish strong. Do not throw the rest of the year away because the first half of the first couple quarters didn't go according to the way you planned. Okay. So we have to be mindful of what we're eating, right? When I say eat, I'm not just talking about food. I'm talking about what are you watching? What are you listening to? Because what you listen to and what you watch eventually comes out of you. Okay. How are you protecting your flame? You have to protect your flame. I protect my flame by investing in myself. I protect my flame by taking master classes that come up with people that actually feed me. You know, because everybody don't feed me. Everybody might not feed you, right? So you find those people that pour into you and you make investments. Some investments are free and some investments are not. And so I'm mindful of that whenever it just keeps my cup overflowing, right? So anytime there's certain people that have master classes and events, and I'm in there because I know the value that they add to my life. So I'm all about that. Next, I will say the why. Why it is important. It is important. It's important what you consume on a daily basis. Because when you talk to what you listen to, who you talk to and what you listen to matters. Who you talk to, right, and what you listen to matters because you will eventually be coming to that. If you consume news consistently, you're probably gonna live in a state of fear. If you watch a bunch of fighting, you're probably gonna end up being angry, right? On reality TV shows, fighting, just chaos all the time. There's certain people, I'm just like, I cannot listen to this anymore. I cannot watch this anymore. Listening to sad and other types of music will alter your mood. If I listen to a bunch of sad love songs, I'm going to be sad. If I listen to some happy stuff, I'm going to be happy. Like, this stuff really alters your mood. You will begin to act out what you're listening to, okay? Here is an example of my routine. This is my real life routine. So in the morning, so just now, I just finished listening to a sermon, okay? I'm going to listen to a couple more sermons, and about 8 o'clock, I have a client I have to talk to. This person is in a whole nother world, so it's like in the afternoon there, and it's in the morning here. So yeah, and then personal development. So personal development, I invested in some personal development courses. So I'll go over there and I will consume in the area that I need the most, work in today, like in this moment. So every day is going to be different. Every day is going to look different, but it's really consistent with the stuff that I'm doing. Is pretty much consistent. It's just as far as personal development, it could be spiritual personal development, it could be leadership or relational, right? So I think this morning I'm probably going to do relational. Because that's what the questions that I keep getting are in that area. And I also have created my own personal development courses based on all the information that I have received. I have a ton of information, and I'm able to teach and share in the way that I learned. Right. So it's JRose Transformational Academy. If you're interested, it's a monthly subscription based program with a ton of information out there, and you have access to me. So keep that in mind. What else? I'm mindful of what I consume. I don't watch the news. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not watch the news. I don't follow negative, hateful accounts. People will just constantly negative and hateful. I just don't. And a bunch of naked people, I don't. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't want it on my timeline. So you got to be mindful of the people that you're following and the people that are following you and what they are posting and sharing, because it eventually going to end up on your timeline. All right. So I don't know about you, but I don't want that. I don't want that to be on mine. Right. I don't want anybody to think that I'm okay with that, because I'm not. Certain things that I see on people's page, I'm not okay with. So no judgment. It's just, I don't want it over here. Let's see. To move in a positive direction, you must flush out the bad and put in the good. I used to, when I was commuting back and forth to work, I would turn my car into a college, right? So I would listen to a YouTube video, or I listen to a book on the way to work. Be mindful of those things. It's like little things that you think is nothing is actually something. So what are you listening to, and who are you associated with? Who are you with? Okay? Because the people you spend your time with, you will eventually become. You start talking like them. You start acting like them. You start thinking like them. Their influence is so subtle, right? This can be positive or negative. You can't hang out with negative people and live a positive life. You cannot hang out with negative people and live a positive life. So, for me, I make sure that I am surrounded. I make sure that I am supported. Let me say this right. I make sure that I'm supported versus being surrounded, right? So I make sure that the rooms that I'm in are rooms that I can actually learn. There's somebody in there smarter than me. You do not want to be the smartest person in your group, in your friend circle, in rooms. You do not want to be the smartest person. You want to be able to learn and grow from other people. So I make sure that I'm in rooms where I can learn and grow. And on Mondays also, we have our accountability calls. Absolutely love it. We celebrate what we accomplished that week, and we actually ask for help for anything we have going forward for the following week. And whenever somebody is going through something, we actually sit there and talk about it in real time. Okay, so how can we support this person? And we'll just take this time. If need be, we'll take this time and we'll just pour into this person, because you want to have places where people actually support you. That's important to find your community. All right. And then I listen to books, because books are definitely helpful. I purchased a new book called The Garden Is You by Dr. Anita Phillips, who is actually a counselor and a pastor. And I just get so much from her, period. So I know that her books, her podcasting is amazing. So I know this book is going to be helpful. And I ordered the workbook as well, because I want to be able to learn and teach what I'm learning in real time. And so I'm mindful of what I'm listening to, what I'm consuming, and how I talk and what I'm saying. Because if you're surrounded with a bunch of negative people who cussing and hating all the time, eventually you're gonna do the same thing. All right. So I just wanted to share that and bring awareness to that, because we are headed into the fourth quarter. And you may feel like, you know what, a lot of stuff didn't work out. And I just feel like, what? I'm just going to throw the whole year away. Don't do that. You still got time. It's not over yet. We're headed into October. We have October, November, December. We got 3 months. You can do a lot in 3 months. A lot can happen in 3 months. Reclaiming your year. Cannot wait for this masterclass to be poured into from my coaches who already pouring into me. But this is going to be a whole another level of pouring. And I'm coming with my cup ready. All right. So you got to be mindful of what you're consuming. You got to be mindful of what you're watching, who you're talking to, and who you're around. Make sure that you are an asset and not a liability. Make sure the people that are around you are assets and not liabilities. It is important, especially in the time that we're headed in. All right. So that's all I have. Have an amazing Monday on purpose.